Hi, I'm Carol Kent here at the Speak Up Conference, and my guest today is Donna Frisinger, and she is an author of children's books. In fact, she's an award-winning writer of the Bink and Slinky Adventure series. That's exciting. And she also has a biographical children's picture book that is entitled A Transistor Christmas. She's been married for a long time to the same guy, and she loves to speak at schools and to other groups. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you, Carol.
So glad you're here. I would love to hear about how the Bink and Slinky books came about and what makes them so unique in this children's genre line.
Okay. Well, they're unique in that they don't just tell regular Bible stories, but they tell stories that have different animals incorporated into the stories to show new truths within the stories. Bink and Slinky came about as a result of somebody saying to me, you know, Donna, it took a lot of perseverance for the snails to reach the ark. And I thought, wouldn't that make a wonderful children's book? And so the first story I did was Bink and Slinky's Ark Adventure, which I have in my hand right now, which is the story of two groovy snails trying to find Noah's Ark before the great falling begins. And of course, they can't take the journey by themselves. They need all kinds of help. When they get to the jungle, they have the chatterbox monkey to help them. And when they get to the mountains, the bald eagle sails them across the mountains. And just to show, too, not only the story of Noah's Ark, but that we can't take the journey by ourselves. God puts special people in our lives to help us on our journeys, okay? And the next one is Bink and Slinky's Pyramid Adventure, which is the story of Joseph going into Egypt. And again, I use the snails and other animals to show that the three greatest attributes in our Christian life, faith, hope, and love, are very important in this story. Of course, love involving forgiveness. And if Joseph hadn't forgiven his brothers, there wouldn't be a Jewish people today. And the last one is Bink and Slinky's Christmas Adventure that's coming out. That's out too, because and it's just a tongue-in-cheek story of how the snails saved Christmas.
I love how you think. I love your rippling humor, and I know that's evident in every part of your writing. I can hardly wait to read these books, and I'm a grown-up, and I know I would want to buy that for the children in my life.
I bet you have children, yes, in your life.
And then there is another title I'm intrigued with, A Transistor Christmas. What will that book be about?
Okay, well, this is a coming-of-age story, a biographical true story. It's the year that transistor radios first came out in the 1960s, okay? And I wanted to get one for my mom so bad. And I had just got my first babysitting job at 50 cents an hour. And so I knew immediately what I wanted to get for my mom for Christmas, because she always had the radio playing. So this is a story of how I got the radio, but then also the adventure I had along the way between there and Christmas Day. So it shows me coming from a self-centered, what am I getting for Christmas, to a giving, what can I give people? And so it's and all of us have our own transitional moments in lives.
Yes, we do. Well, that's a powerful theme for a book. And I'm curious, at this stage of your life, what prompted you to write?
For children?
Yes.
My nephews and nieces. My husband and I have never had children of our own, but my nephews and nieces have put new stresses and blesses in my life and prompted me to want to write for today's children, to teach them the old truths and of God's stories.
Well, you are obviously gifted to do that. I'd love to have you look into the camera and just share with our viewers what your burning passion is.
My burning passion is to be able to share the old truths of God's stories that most of us grew up with, a lot of us grew up with, but to share them in a fresh, relevant, engaging way through inserting fictionalized characters into the stories to bring out hidden treasures within the stories.
And if our viewers would like to go to a website to purchase these beautiful books, where should they look for your work?
They should go to donnafrisinger.com.
And that is right on the screen, so people will be able to find you very easily. Donna, your passion for writing books that matter for children really shines. Thank you for being with me today.
Thank you, Carol.